Rose suggests backing up a single session of self-care by scheduling the next 2 to 3 times you plan to do it. That way, even during those hectic times, you might miss the next one, but the others will still be on your calendar. A few weeks ago, I met with Rebecca Gould for one of our aforementioned boozy lunches. As we were raising our first glass, I noticed a small graze on the side of her chin. She had fallen, she tells me, while running that morning. The woman has 3 boys, the middle with cerebral palsy and the youngest, on this particular day, barely 4 months old. But regardless of what might have transpired the night before, at 5:30 a.m. every morning she rises and runs. Other parents report similarly disciplined exercise regimens. One sees a personal trainer 3 times a week, which is wonderful, what with all of its psychological and physical benefits. However, if taking a militant approach to moving your bod isn't your style, don't force it. Or as Rose says, trade sacrifices in the name of self-care. I know so many mums who get up before dawn to go for a run or read the news or have a cup of coffee. They say, look, I'm doing this thing just for me. This is self-care. And I point out everything that they're sacrificing to make it happen. They're waking up so early, giving up precious sleep so that they don't burden their family or have to ask their spouse to watch the kids while they do their self-care. This isn't true self-care. This is just trading one way of caring for yourself to achieve another. The net result is still sacrifice. True self-care would be getting enough sleep, being able to trust that your spouse can handle the kids, and doing the thing that you find restorative. A line Rose likes to put by her patients is, time is not a renewable resource, but energy is. Use what little time you have for yourself on things that truly recharge you, whether it's a 10-kilometer run or tending to your houseplants. When I ask Hilary Savoy what works for her, she says, honestly, I make myself a nice drink now and then, and tells me about her hobby of mixing cocktails. Making a cocktail distracts me. I design them elaborately, and it's one of the only things that I do in my life that really has no greater purpose. It's on my terms, and it's an hour of happiness. For me, exercise is restorative, but my commitment to it is casual. Once or twice a week, I roll out a yoga mat at the base of Arlo's cot and knock out 30 minutes of bar with an instructor called Daisy, who lives in my laptop. Bar, for the uninitiated, is what would happen if ballet, yoga, and Pilates got together for a sweaty ménage à trois. In return for ensuring that Daisy and I are not disturbed, Rowan plays cricket most Sunday afternoons. That's nice, he tells me. Standing in a field and just not thinking about anything except the ball. Follow the ball. Yeah, that's good, because it's just something totally removed from parenting. And we aren't the only spouses going tit for tat. Martin Pinson tells me he and his wife Sue are real massage junkies and take turns in sending each other to the table. I might say, I'm going to take Zach to the zoo. Why don't you just go and get a massage? They have a couple of nights off each week when Sue might stay later at work or grab a drink with friends. I play soccer, so that's something to look forward to, says Martin. Working at home, I think I would go crazy if I didn't do that. You appreciate the things that de-stress you and give you a physical and mental break. Whatever it is that shakes your crazies out, schedule that shit in. Don't be another one of those parents telling me they wish they did more yoga. I really love my yoga, says Tanya Sava, not one of those parents. After having her daughter Mackenzie, the former occupational therapist, trained up in yoga and meditation and now hosts Rest and Reset retreats, specifically designed for special needs parents and carers. There are key things that have made me feel whole again, that have filled me up, made me a better parent, more present and happier, she says over green tea and pumpkin soup. I feel like I'm in a position to give back now. Rest and Reset attendees are taken through meditative and mindful practices and set self-care goals around all of the things we've stopped doing because we're so consumed by the needs of our child. A woman at Tanya's most recent retreat is now having a bath 1 night a week. One is reading a book. Another is watching less TV. The biggest challenge is making people aware of what they're lacking. I had no idea that I'm not being creative, but that's really important to me. I used to write. I'm going to write now 3 times a week. It's It's just cultivating understanding of what fulfills us.